Hi everyone. I've created a custom GPT using Perplexity Spaces. It's called Sherlock Cortex. It's a tutor bot for neuroscience and other brain functions. As you can see here, it will respond in an engaging and an accessible way. So these are the instructions that I gave to the custom GPT so that it can respond in a very specific subject-oriented manner. Um, Anything neuroscience and brain related, just like a one-stop shop for that. So let's see what it can do. So let's say I don't know, explain dopamine to beginners. So I trained it using a couple of textbooks. I broke it down and fed it to the GPT. So it's giving me answers directly from that. As you can see, since I had asked it for the beginners, the responses are very simple. Let's ask the same for say PhD students. So using the audience persona pattern, it will generate very different results from the sources. As you can see here, the response is very technical. A lot of neural lingo here and there. So it can be tailored to the end persona. Let's try another prompt. Explain firing of neurons in a five-step manner. As you can see, the response is more structured here. It has an order that's very ordered. Um, from the starting point to the second step, there are like five, six steps explaining that. Let's try out some real world connection. How would dopamine change during times of work stress? So it no now the answer is tailored to the real world scenario that I just gave in. So this is the answer for acute stress, this for chronic stress, and these are the psychological responses. Let's see, let's take a little deeper. Let's give it a more precise scenario. As you can see here, for the scenario that I filled through the prompt, this is the answer that I got for that. Now let's follow up on that. How would the jury response be different for a hand injury in the same case? So we're just reflecting on and trying to gain more context on the issue. So as you can see, it's very different from the previous answer. This is tailored only for the hand injury. Um, let's say you have an exam coming up and you want help from the bot. So Help me with flashcards about the amygdala. As you can see here, for exam preparation, we could use this with like short Q&As, since the flashcards are very useful in times of revision. This the bot could be useful then. Let's say let's try creating something visual. Create a diagram of neocortex using Canva. Now, this Canva is an external tool. The Perplexity tool cannot generate diagrams or images, so it's going to give me steps on how to approach it outside the tool. So it's giving us the breakdown of the diagram first, and then the steps to be taken inside of Canva. So yeah, it's pretty good when in terms of using it in personalization. Um, with follow-up questions, let's try stimulating its memory. Let's use the phrase going back to my previous question on neurons. How would it find in of exercise? So what we just did is we broke the chain and we're going back to a topic that we discussed a while back. Let's see how well it responds. As you can see, during exercise, neurons find a specific way. You get a very tailored answer to that. So yeah, as a whole, it can be used by anybody, literally. Um, it really depends on how you prompt and get the response out of it. It's basically a one-stop solution for anything knowledge-based related to neuroscience, brain functions, and all that. Thanks so much.